Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the concept of research activities in smart grid. Multidisciplinary research activities required for the smart grid implementation and smart grid education. So, what are all the key points that has to be considered when we are educating the students with respect to smart grid? Research activities in smart grid. Here we are going to develop the advanced techniques. Develop advanced technique in the sense under smart grid we are going to have the integration part and then integrating your renewable energy with respect to the conventional energy resources. When we are going to implement the renewable energy resources with a conventional source, the synchronization part. Once the power gets generated, we need to synchronize the power. What computational tool or what advanced technology that we are going to implement when we are going to handle about the synchronization and the servers like optimization, power optimization, asset estimation, impact of PV and EV, like how we are going to how we are going to supply power to the EV station, how we are going to supply power to other consumers like industrial load, consumer residential load, multi-storage building, PHEV technology. What other advanced techniques we are going to use? Like in instance, we will be using a adaptive dynamic programming method for power optimization and also for proper economic dispatch towards the energy market. What technology we are going to use? So all these research activities need to be done under your develop advanced techniques. Next is investigate DR and DG, demand response and demand generation. Will be generating the power by using renewable energy source integrated with a conventional source. What is the amount of power generated by the renewable energy resources and what is the amount of power generated by the conventional resources? Which power is going to supply as a major part to the demand requested, and what is the demand generation according to the demand response only whether we are going to generate the power or not we have to check. Then conduct research to advance the use of wide area measurement and control network. WAMS technology to measure the data from the smart grid. We will be using a WAMS technology, that is wide area measurement technique, and also we will be implementing a certain control networks which is used for controlling the data that is coming out from the smart grid power station. Test new reliability technology. We have to test a new reliability technology. In what way the system can be made a better, flexible, reliable. Identify communication network capacity. Suppose we are having one site. You are having one site over in India and in one more site in Korea. Okay. So here I wanted to transmit the technology, like whatever technology, whatever system components that I am using it in India, the same system component specification and the ideology has to be transmitted to the Korean site. For this we need to frame a communication channel, and in the communication channel we should take care of the cyber security and also the security of transmitting the information from Indian side to Korean side. While transmitting, we have to give a complete authentication towards the data what we have shared. Then investigate the feasibility of transition to time of use. Time of use is nothing but we have to use the data transition in a flexible manner when we are transmitting the data to the destination site. Then develop the algorithm. We should develop the algorithm in such a way that we have to make the system more effective and make the computational tools to be implemented in a proper manner. We have to develop the algorithm in such a way that the economic dispatch has to be smart, stability has to be maintained, market layer has to boom in such a way with respect to the technology whatever we have developed. Develop interconnection protocols. These are all some of the research activities in the smart grid. Multidisciplinary research activity. The multidisciplinary research activity require development of advanced technique for measuring peak load reductions and energy efficiency. Why this advanced development of advanced technique is required in the sense we have to measure the peak load how exactly it could be reduced and energy efficiency savings. Investigate means for demand response and demand generation and storage to provide ancillary service. Depending upon the requirement of the load by the customer, the distributed generating station will generate the power to meet out your demand response and making ensuring to supply at all time by maintaining the proper storage and ancillary services. Conduct research to identify the advanced use of wide area measurement and control network. So wide area measurement technique is employed in order to collect the data from the system. Research on network asset management and architecture. What type of architecture we have implemented, whether we have implemented the DOE architecture or intelligent architecture. When we are implementing the DOE architecture or intelligent architecture, what asset management has been implemented, like how the asset is going to be estimated and how it has got managed. Test new reliability technologies including those concerning communication network capability in a control room environment. Also, we need to investigate the feasibility of transition to TOU. TOU is nothing but time of use and real-time electricity pricing development of algorithm for use in electric transmission software applications. Smart grid education. So under smart grid education, we have to create a professional and development the curriculum as a vital component for future power industry. We have to educate the people with respect to the smart grid implementation. So when we are educating, we have to create a separate curriculum for making them to understand what are the basic steps required for implementing the smart grid, what key points is required to make the smart grid implementation, what are the different computational tools required, how the algorithm, like when we are implementing the computational tool algorithm, how it can be improved further with the recent technology. While implementing it only, whether we have to see for the future capacity requirement and necessity. So all this has to be included as a vital component for the future power industry. New areas, study, delivery tools and professional development career path need to be introduced periodically. The development of the educational schemes will require skills and technologies of outside power engineering. So whatever we are going to educate it, practically we have to make them to understand. So as a part of your smart grid education, an intern has to be arranged. That is, the students should undergo the human effort should undergo the internship with respect to the smart grid implementation and skills and technology required for the smart grid technology with respect to the power source. Also, we have to develop an infrastructure to facilitate the delivery of the course, such as development of web-based information data bank, interactive and distance powered laboratory experiment, and encouraging them towards the international cooperation for knowledge and expertise exchange of information is necessary. Like in what way we can educate the students, whether we have to make it as a separate course or we can make it as a data bank web based client development application, and we can make the human to read by themselves. So all this necessary action to be taken as a part of the smart grid education. Smart grid fundamentals will include definitions, architecture, metrics of performance requirement, discussion of smart grid of analytical and decision support tool, as well as RER. So under smart grid education, we have to see the cross boundaries of the knowledge, like preliminary prerequisites. What prerequisites is required to have the course or under the smart grid? So the knowledge of computation tools, communication theory, optimization tool, control, social and environmental constraint, and dynamic optimization technique. These are all the cross boundaries of the knowledge required. Conventional electrical engineering courses are directed towards the development of engineers for job relating to the operation of electric power distribution. So, smart grid is the integration of your renewable energy resources with the conventional source. In order to understand the integration part, first we should understand about the conventional source related to the operation of your electric power distribution. Like if you are implementing the conventional source, how we are going to operate it and how we are maintaining the power factor, how we are going to neglect the operation of your low power factor and over modulation technique. Telecommunication infrastructure. So how far the with the implementation of your conventional source, how it could be communicated with the other demand response people with when it is integrated with the smart grid technology, when it is integrated with the renewable resource technology. Designing communication system, developing electronics or control system. So these are all going to be the certain topics which we need to focus as a part of your conventional energy resources. The power system curriculum allows for the introduction to theory or practical work in many of the areas such as utilization and management of power and energy, application of new emerging technologies for power quality, high voltage engineering for electronics control, multidisciplinary power engineering related topics. So far whatever we have seen, it is all about the smart grid education and what points need to be focused as a part of smart grid education is discussed over here. Thank you students.